Welcome to episode 125 of the Lost Levels podcast. Today we are going to be talking about New Super Mario Bros. U. And this is actually our first game in our VGL series, Video Game Lodge. More on that in a bit. I am your host, SuperZambezi, and today I am joined by SpiderStaryu.
Hello, 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 all my juice buddies.
And this random kid, Sol, over here.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Me and SC picked him off the street because he was in his stroller and he was all alone, so we felt kind of bad.
I was not in a stroller, I was in a car seat. My mom took me out and just left me there.
Well, like the baby car seat.
Yeah, but that's not a stroller.
Oh, I'm sorry, big boy.
Go on.
Okay, VGL. This is something we just started. Basically, every month we, as a community, will vote and pick a game to play for that month. At the end of the month, we will have an episode on the game where we will share our thoughts, and just like normal, like any other podcast. But we will have reader questions and reader thoughts and answers to those questions, and just we're trying to get the readers a little more involved with these VGL episodes. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about New Super Mario Bros. U, but one more announcement before that. We are doing a giveaway! Woo!
Yes!
Yes.
Fireworks.
What is the game? Oh, that's right. Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. We are giving that away. These are the requirements. All you have to do is go on iTunes and do 3 things. Subscribe, rate, and review. Really easy. The most important part is the written review, because that's how we're going to pick you as the winner. When the game is released on October 3rd in North America, we will pick one random review. So random. We're not going to...
Randomly.
Yes, we're not going to... based on the review or anything. We better not see any low reviews, though, because that's ridiculous.
We're not. We hate you.
Yes.
You know better, guys. Come on now.
Yes. More info on the website that we just launched, thelostlevels.mariopartylegacy.com. There's actually a big button at the top, or link to iTunes, so it's really easy. Yeah. So that's that. Now onto the main topic. New Super Mario Bros. U. Yeah.
I don't hunger, even though I did not want this game, and I'm saying that out loud and personal, I did not want this game. All of us wanted Pikmin 3, and yes, I'm speaking for everybody. We all wanted Pikmin 3. You guys are terrible. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, for reference, for the poll that we ran for this VGL, it was the 4 North American free games that came with Mario Kart 8. So, New Super Mario Bros. U, Pikmin 3, Wii Party U, and what was the third one? Oh, The Wind Waker. So those 4 games, and this one won. Pikmin 3 was a close second. Yeah, and we have a ton of questions from you guys. Thank you all for sending those in. But before we answer those, we're just going to generally give our opinion on the game and just kind of the series overall. So I guess I'll go first and say that I'm really tired of this series. It's
DLC was better.
Yeah, it's just DLC. It feels like DLC with every release, and we were talking about full-on retail $60 releases here, or $35 or $40. How much are 3DS games? $40.
They're like
$40
to 40.
Yeah.
It ranges. Like Tamagotchi Life is 35, I think.
Yeah, and I'm just really tired of playing basically the same thing over and over again. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
This is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-S.
You know what? You can't take my anyway.
Well, I continued the joke, alright?
You can't. No, you're not allowed to continue.
Please, I can do what I want, little boy. Anyway, I am tired of the same thing happening over and over and over and over again. There really is barely any differences. Sure, New Super Mario Bros. U had a little bit more differences than New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but not enough where it can be like, like literally, wait, hold on. A whole new game. You wouldn't think that, alright? You
I don't think I've ever said that about Mario games.
You wouldn't...
Except for Galaxy.
You wouldn't pick this game up and think it's a new game. The only reason you'd be picking this game up would be if you were new to the series, which if you're new to the series, then okay, each new version, you can't like just have it choose one to start with. You just choose anyone and that's a good starter, because they're pretty much the same thing. All like 4 of them. It's ridiculous. I really want some changes. In New Super Luigi U, that was a little bit better, but still, it was kind of like not too interesting to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, and I mean, we're being really negative right off the bat. For me, these games are really fun. That's why I still play them. It's just they're the same thing.
You play... Wait, okay. Like, it's fun to play, but, like, once you beat the game, you're not going to play it again. Think of it that way.
Well, even that's not that bad, because there's tons of games that I play and I never go back to, but they were great. It's just...
Kid Icarus Uprising for me.
Oh, I never even beat that, so...
Oh, you're missing out. But I can't play that game again. I tried playing it and...
No, Super Mario Bros. U, this is what the topic's about.
Yes, so get it together. Yeah, so
Stop
I guess...
whining or you're not going to get any McDonald's.
I only like their fries.
Anyway, future of the series. Where do we want to see it go from here? Because right now it's basically one per
Anywhere
console.
else.
Oh.
Just something different, please. A new something. Just something.
Do like one with a whole bunch of roller coaster rides. Like you're looping around and like you're in a car and Bowser's a roller coaster tycoon taking over Mario Land.
That would be interesting, but that would only be interesting for like one level. I would not want a whole world based on you going in a coaster and just... Because I played Donkey Kong Country and I hate those.
Oh god, Cave 4, the cave world is terrible because it's all either rocket barrel levels or like minecart things, so I can agree. I wouldn't want the entire game, or at least a world, to even be a whole bunch of weird roller coaster rides.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some of the questions from the readers. First one up is from... How do I even say this? Dreb607. Hopefully I said that right. What is the best power-up you have seen so far and why? Sol.
The raccoon... Or not raccoon, I'm sorry. The flying squirrel suit, just because I think it's really cute. And it's kind of fun to use.
Staryu?
Okay, wait. You mean like out of the whole series or just the New Super Mario Bros. U?
I was... The series. New Super Mario Brothers series.
Alright, okay. Then my favorite power-up has to be the Mega Mushroom. It's so much fun. It's just when you just turn humongous and just tear apart everything. I feel like they should expand on that, like bring that back and like just make it so you could just really just like tear apart everything in your path. It feels so liberating. It feels so perfect. So I would really really would love to see that return.
Yeah, I agree. That's my favorite too. Just because, well, for the reasons you said, and back when it was first introduced in the first game, it was kind of like, hey, look at this classic-styled game, the 2D side-scroller, and look what we can do.
They'd like to milk it. They'd milk that idea, though. That's why I'm fine with the Mega Mushroom, but after a while, I've just gotten bored with it.
That's true.
Find it fun. I like the Mini Mushroom.
Ew,
because
no.
No, I only like the Mini Mushroom because I always found it fun to, like, run up the walls and you have that weird little jump that's super floaty, and I didn't... Okay, first of all, when he said new power-up, I thought he was talking about just new power-ups that are in Super Mario Bros. U. But overall, if we're gonna count that, I'm gonna say the Mini Mushroom in the platformers, because they're really fun, and I like having a change of physics in a platformer.
Alright. What is your favorite New Super Mario Brothers game? Sol.
I guess the first one, just because after that... I think, personally, I'm just gonna say this really quickly, out of the 4 New Super Mario Brothers games, of course the first one's probably the best, even though I haven't played it forever. I would say New Super Mario Brothers U is the second best, because New Super Mario Brothers Wii is the worst, and despite a lot of people like to knock on it, I think New Super Mario Brothers 2 is good for what you get. But honestly, at least in terms of money value, it's better than New Super Mario Brothers U. I feel like you get more in this New Super Mario Bros. 2. I don't like saying that. It makes my mouth all spitty because I'm talking so much. I like the 3DS one for what it's worth, but I guess the New Super Mario Bros. U is better.
As for me, my favorites are New Super Mario Bros. And New Super Mario Bros. 2. I like the handheld ones. I don't know. The freaking... You see, the console versions, first off, New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the worst one to me. Like, it was okay for its time,
yes.
But even then, I didn't like it during its time. I guess you could say that, but it's just like I really never really liked the Wii version. It's just never really caught on to me. The DS one, it was so much fun when I first played that game. Oh my god, just going back to when I was like a little 10-year-old, like, hey, my little Mario game on my DS. I would like try to get all the star coins and all the juice. I'd go try to get through World 4, World 7 that were hidden. I would just try my best to get everything possible. I'd spend all the coins and all that stuff. Like, I would just try my best to get everything. Well, as the series progressed, except for New Super Mario Bros. 2, I try to get everything in that game too, but everything else I do not try to get everything. Don't try to get all the star coins. Don't try to find all the secrets because it's just not really that interesting to me. I don't go out of my way to do that stuff. Put it to you that way. So
yeah, collectibles so far pretty much have gotten boring, especially since that's what I kind of like about the Yoshi games. They have a bit more collectibles and still have that fun platforming aspect.
Yeah.
For Mario games, half the time the star coins are divided into 3 sections. One is the clearly visible and the ones where you know what to do, it's just it might be a little bit difficult to do. The second ones are the hidden rooms, and then the third ones are the ridiculous ones that are like you wouldn't even know to look there unless you had a guide. Or if you're insane and just are looking specifically for that star coin and you're jumping against every wall to try and find that room. So I don't think I ever gave up on it, but I feel like I ever so close to doing it every time I play that game.
See, I feel like I'm the opposite then, because that's what keeps me interested in these games, is the collectibles. Or more specifically, the star coins. I mean, are there any other collectibles outside of that?
No,
yes.
I don't think so.
So it's basically that, and that's what keeps me interested, because the levels, that's what bugs me about this series, is that nothing ever changes. The levels are just the same thing over and over again, so that's not what keeps me interested. It's the secrets and the little collectibles. And you were saying, like, for like the third one, like you have to jump around everywhere to find it. Like that's what I like doing. that's my enjoyment in this series, is finding those collectibles. So that's what I like the best. And to answer the question, I like the first one the best because it was actually new. But I do think I would agree with you being the second best. And then I think Wii is after that. The 3DS one was just so lazy.
I think everybody knocks on that one too much. I think it's pretty fun, even though the gold flower's terrible.
Well, that's the redeeming thing about that game, is the gold flower.
I don't. God, me and Izzy are so on such an opposite thing. Honestly, I just don't. I never liked the gold flower because it was overrated. And I think it was in like 4 levels in total of that entire game.
You could take it into any level if you got it from.
But it was lame like that because they weren't made for that. Like there were levels that were made for the gold flower and that were kind of fun, like that desert level. But other than that, it's just not. I don't think the gold flower was that good.
All right,
moving on.
Next question is from Dreamy Luigi. What kind of level themes would you like to see in future New Super Mario Bros. Games, and explain how it would virtually play out? Before we answer, here's one quick answer from Bowser498. He says he'd like to see sky levels with more creativity, mixing 2 themes in one level, and he also suggests making different objectives for different levels, like raising lava. Well, that already happens. Speed runs. That kind of happens.
That's an objective. That's not an objective. Both of these actually, okay. The speed runs kind of have been done in Super Mario 3D World. They have those short levels where they have 100 seconds on the clock, and it's really short. You can basically always see the goal pole.
So New Super Luigi U, basically.
Yes, New Super Luigi U pretty much did that. Rising Lava, they've always. I think what he's trying to say is, it's a vertical shaft and you're jumping up things. But I think
they've done that too.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure they.
I'm not sure. I can't. I feel like they have, but I don't remember one. I've just played Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, and they have one of those levels like that, and I can't stand how hard that level is. So if it's anything like that level, it's like one of the last levels. No, but continue, Essie. Continue, Bowser.
He also just says other things like collecting a certain amount of points, kind of basic stuff. Sol, to answer the question, what kind of levels would you like to see, and how would they work?
Well, first of all, I'm a sucker for sugar, so if it comes down to that, if it comes down to something being creative, that's my go-to, because I want a I want one that's Sweet Sweet Canyon themed. Even though Sweet Sweet Canyon's technically partly based off the Layer Cake Desert levels, I want a Sweet Sweet Canyon one. But just like there's like it's not just pure aesthetics. I want like something where Mario gets stuck in like there's like quicksand or something, but the quicksand's actually the frosting or something. I don't know. I'm coming up with ideas off the top of my head. I want something that's. Oh, also, despite this could be in the sugar level, I don't really care. I want one where it's kind of like I want to say it's like those mystery switches or whatever they're called, world switches in Super Mario World, where they're hidden in the level, and if you hit the switch, blocks will appear or a path will open up or whatever. I want one of those, but it's in the level. Like you find a switch and it'll do something somewhere else, and not a P switch. But if you find another switch, it'll do something else. Like, if you find that switch, it'll build a base of a ladder. And if you find another switch identical to that, it'll build up the ladder. And so, etc., etc., and it just continues on. Not forever, but it continues on until you finish the ladder or whatever. I like levels where the platforming isn't so much linear. You have to go back and search for it to continue on. I rambled.
Yeah. Staryu?
Okay, so I don't have as, like, literally that much
I've rambled.
I don't have, like, that, like, technical stuff to say. But basically questions like what type of, like, level themes would you like to see in the new Super Mario Bros. Games? Like, what, like, new level themes, like, how would it virtually play out? Well, I can't say exactly how all of them would play out, but I can say, like, some new themes, like, you know, like Sol said, you know, something about sweets, you know, sweets, candy, whatever the case might be, some chocolate fudge, some chocolate milk, whatever the case might be, just something sweet themed. I want some technical themes, not technical, technology. That'd be interesting to see circuits and stuff everywhere, like something like inside, like basically kind of like inside like a cyber world, I could say.
They could do, or at least part of that, if that were true, I would want part of those levels to be like the old like 70s computers where it's like black and green, and I would just want the entire level, or at least part of the level, to be like that. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And there could be one version of the technology world where it's kind of like you're going through cyberspace and you're like kind of like doing that swimming animation for that, like kind of like.
Oh yes.
And what else? What else could really be like remade into like a new theme? Because there's so many themes that they have not tried. I was gonna say a farm, but that would be way too cheesy and way too silly. But like, hey, we'll find out where the cows from Moo Moo Farm come from.
I would love, I feel like Mario Maker, they pretty much hinted that they're already going to do it, but I'd love if they did different art styles. Like, they could do, maybe not so much as, like, he could be in I'm not saying Mario would be, but it'd be like a Woolly World from Yoshi's Woolly World, because I had that on the mind when they announced it, because it was around E3, and I was like, well, they have been experimenting with a lot of new art styles. They've done the clay thing for Kirby, and they've done a woolly thing for Yoshi, and both of them are platformers, so I was like, why don't you include at least something similar to that, because I think a new medium or a new art style would be cool.
Yeah, that's the levels are just what makes me so tired of this series, because it's always the same. 2 points. It's really hard to look at New Super Mario Bros. U along with games like Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze, which both do so many interesting things with their levels, visually and just gameplay-wise. Yes. And even games like Kirby, the one that just came out, so much more interesting. And then...
Yoshi.
And then, even Yoshi, well, as bad as it might look, it's still a lot more interesting than New Super Mario Bros. Series.
I love that. Wait, are you talking about Yoshi's Woolly World?
New Island.
Oh, that's terrible. I thought you were talking about Yoshi's World. I was like, I love that.
Oh, Yoshi's New Island sucks. Who the hell said that was good?
I thought I thought Ezzy was nagging on the new Yoshi game coming out.
No, that's another thing you mentioned, art style. It's always the same thing over and over. You just try something different.
Especially in the console ones. The console ones are where they fall at, mostly in the models because they're all plasticky and gross. New Super Mario Bros. Wii did that terribly. Like, it's so shiny and it hurts my eyes. New Super Mario Bros. Wii didn't do so much as the glare, but the textures. So I would agree. I agree with you, but it's like the basics is like I would just want a new style of some sort, not the entire game, but at least like a level or even a world if you're gonna go that far.
Even with like the themes, they tried it a little differently with New Super Mario Bros. U, where they had like instead of desert, it's desert slash whatever pastry or what have you, ice cream, whatever it is.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But
oh my god, that is such a good idea. Ice cream.
No.
Ice cream! Yeah, an ice cream. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Like going to ice cream? Vanilla, some chocolate, some strawberry. That is such a good idea. Good job, SC.
Thank you so much.
I can agree with you in how they in New Super Mario Bros. U they did extend the art style a little bit. They instead of just like mountains in the background of the first level, they'd have different scenery in the background. But even still, they didn't incorporate too many things at the. Like, it still felt like the same boring art style, just with more detail.
And I agree. It's just it was new, but it still wasn't because it was still basically the same 8 themes. And one example I think is super awesome is newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, a hack that some people made, and they were super creative with it, and it was super awesome. They had like an autumn level world where it's just leaves falling. It's just such a good atmosphere. They had like space levels. They had themes that were like I think Bowser 498 mentioned it, like 2 themes in one. I think they had like ice and lava themes, poison and castle themes. Like it was really creative, and I think that is the most creative the series has been, and that's a hack. So yeah.
I would love a season world where it's like each level rotates between the seasons. So you start off in a spring one and then a winter. Spring, summer, winter. Why am I getting the order of the seasons?
Oh my god!
Spring, summer, fall, winter, and then the next level could do that too. I think it's cool to have that. Unfortunately, I don't have New Super Mario Bros. Wii anymore, so I can't play that hack. But I do know it's really good. I've seen people play it. I just don't have the game, so I can't use the hack.
Yeah, okay. So, moving on. Name some unique bosses you would like to appear in the next New Super Mario Bros. Game, because that's another thing. They use the Koopalings. They've beat them to death. Like, I'm done with them. I don't need them anymore.
That's why New Super Mario Bros. The original on the DS was really good, even though the bosses were still terrible. I felt they were very lackluster. It was more than just the Koopalings, or even just Bowser over and over again. Sorry if it's... Did you have anything else to say?
Well, I was just going to quickly mention some of the answers from our awesome readers. Impadude said Camella. Gigalakudu. McPerson said Axum Rangers. And I had to look this up. It's from Super Mario RPG, which I have not played.
They're a lot of... I don't know why, but a lot of people love characters from that game, and I don't care for them.
If we played it, I'm sure we would say the same thing.
Wait, none of you have played it?
I don't think any of us have, actually.
I think I have it on my
what?
Wii, because the RPG, Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario RPG, I played a little bit of it. Actually, I played through most of the game, because I never beat it.
I think it's on my Wii Virtual Console. I think it's on there. I don't know.
It's on mine. I'm just waiting for the Wii U version to come out so I can play it on there. Just because it's...
Can't you just play it off of the Wii menu on the Wii?
Yeah, but I need... Because GameCube controllers don't work, so all I have is a Wii remote. And I don't think it accepts that. And if it does, then I want the game bad anyway.
Alright, whatever.
Anyway, yes. And then one more answer from Bowser498. He says, some bosses... Okay, Bowser... Metal Bowser, Koopa / Goomba, Liquid Bro. I don't know what these are.
I don't think any of those are canon.
Bowser.
I don't think any of those are canon, so...
Okay, so just basically creative new bosses, which I'm totally fine with, too.
Alright. I have a whole bunch that have already been, like... They've been on bosses, but I always wanted them in the Mario games, in the platformers. One of them is a Yoshi's Island boss. I love Naval Piranha, and I don't know why. I thought he was a really cool boss in, Yoshi's Island. Wow, I couldn't even say the name. But I want it to be, if it were in the game, which it never would, I would want it to work a little differently from what Yoshi's Island did it, because Yoshi's Island, most of the bosses were based off of you have to wait for them to do an attack, and then you throw an egg at them. Basically, the very simplest of mechanics for a boss. And I want it a little differently, like maybe you could hop on the piranha's head to get to the big head thingy, and so on. Another boss I've always... not always wanted, but I did agree with whoever said that comment about the 2 galaxy bosses, specifically Camella. I thought it'd be cool to have Camella in there, because she's that giant weird Kamek thing with the giant wand or whatever. Also, even though it's totally uncreative, I want, if Nintendo keeps stressing the Koopalings for every world, I want, if they ever did secret worlds, they could do, I saw this idea somewhere, but they could do, like, the dark versions of the Koopalings, like, in Bowser's Inside Story, I think it is. There's, like, the dark Bowser that's blue with the black mohawk, and I thought that was a really cool design, and somebody made a concept, I don't think they drew it, but they made a concept saying, hey, why don't, if they do this, why can't we just have, like, the dark versions of them? And I thought it'd be a cool idea for the games, but I don't really have any other bosses off the top of my head.
Alright, as for... Anyway, I don't know, I guess that was a rattlesnake or something. But, some bosses that I would love to see. I just had one in my head, but I forgot. Oh, King Bob-omb. I would like some, like, old bosses from, like, the older games. Like, King Bob-omb, a big Womp. Just some, like, different types of bosses, like, because it's so boring having to see the Koopalings over and over and over and over and over again. It gets overused. So, just pretty much anyone that's not a Koopaling. Hell, even make some new ones. Make, like...
No.
Make, like, dry Kamek.
What does Boo always say? Who is popping out all these babies?
I say that. I'm the one who said that.
Oh, no. Boo goes, pop, pop, popping. I can't do Boo. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with impressions.
I just think we should get some, like, dry Kamek, dry Magic Koopa, dry something. You could think of something.
Dry Lakitu.
Dry Lakitu. Just something that's different, because anything's better than just seeing constantly the Koopalings. You gotta admit, anything would be better than that.
Yeah, except if it were... to be honest, I never liked the new Super Mario Brothers. I already said that, the new Super Mario Bros. Bosses. So, anything but those two, because basically they were, like, a Pokey with mummy bandages, or, I think one of them was just a whole bunch of Goombas. It was a Goomba, or something. The first world one was something to do with Goombas. I don't want that either, so...
Yeah, it was just a giant Goomba, I think. It's like, okay.
That was terrible.
The boss of World 1 was just Bowser in the original game.
Then there was one with literally, it was like some sort of Goomba, like a giant Goomba or a Goomba
there
tower.
Was one.
That's World 4.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, even worse. Yeah, for me, just Koopalings, we're done with those. I'd like to see Boulder... Oh, how do you say that?
Yes, Bouldergeist.
Yeah.
Bouldergeist was so cool in Galaxy.
Yes, I love that one. It would be cool to see it in 2D. Another one... Oh, it's just on... Crystal King from Paper Mario. So cool.
He's hitting it. He struck out twice. Or not struck out twice. He's got home run twice now. I love the Crystal King.
That would have been shade.
Yeah. It would have been. I love the Crystal King. I thought he was the only boss in Paper Mario that really interested me besides the boss prior to him, Puff and Bluff, something
Huff
like that.
and Puff.
Dang it. Whatever.
Anyway, moving on. Who is your favorite New Super Mario Bros. Character at all, and do you like Daisy? That's from Impadu.
How do you have a favorite character in the Super Mario Bros. series? I don't have any favorite characters. Oh no, I like the Blue Toad.
I like Yellow Toad. And I do like Daisy.
She's not...
Luigi. It was just an add-on question, so...
Yeah, be nice. Come on. He is just asking a question.
He... Okay, no. No, it wasn't that. Never mind. I didn't hear the second part of the question. I thought Staryu was saying, I like Daisy in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. I was like, she's not in the games.
Daisy would kick butt in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. All right, you saw what she did to Bowser on Mario Party 3?
Really?
Did you see what she did to Bowser? All right, she smacked him the hell out. All right, so she definitely can do it again.
Yeah, is that her power? Like, Peach could float,
she can kick.
Toad goes fast, she slaps people.
She has those magic hands.
Boots from her magic boots.
Has she ever done anything like that since then?
No.
Unfortunately not, because ever since then they just made her exact clone of Peach. Ever since the GameCube game, she's just basically Peach.
Hey, Peach. How's she good? Hi, I'm
Lost
Daisy.
the tan. If you could change one... Oh.
I was saying that she had a tan. Oh yeah, in Mario Party 3, yeah, she did. Oh, and
yes.
tennis. Yeah, you're right.
I never understood why they did that.
Okay, if you could change one thing about the game, what would it be? Okay, well, that's from Voodoo.
Oh, hey Vib. That's Vib, I think. Anyway, one thing about the game, I think I already said it, the art style. That's the main... I don't really care if the play style is the same, it's the art style. I don't like looking at the same drab scenery.
Staryu.
Like, I'm like, okay.
Oh, sorry about that. So the question is, what could I change about the game? If I could change one thing about the game, what would I change, right? I would just change it to make it different. Just something that makes the game different. But that's shade. That's shade. That's shade. That's incredible shade. That's too much shade. So if I change one thing, can I add power-ups? Is that changing something? Adding something?
I think so.
Yeah.
I would just add some old power-ups. I love the shell in New Super Mario Bros. Oh my god.
Yes.
I need the shell.
People make fun of that shell. I love that shell.
Please, yes. Bring the shell back. That's what I do. That's what I change. I'd add the shell.
Shelly.
I would change almost everything, just because everything needs changing, because it's always the same.
But they said one thing.
Yeah, SC, one
if
thing.
I had
you know
to,
one is?
One thing, then just levels. Those need to change, because that's kind of the basic core of the game. Even if the gameplay stays the same.
I mean, the gameplay's not bad. I wouldn't say that the gameplay is horrendous.
Or maybe change the music every once in a while, please.
Oh
god.
Get whoever remasters the music for Super Smash Brothers on that team, because they do really good jobs. Actually, also the Mario and Sonic series have really good remasters.
Yeah,
in fact, the intro to our music is the Rainbow Road Mario Kart theme.
Glorious remake.
I love that theme. It's very good.
Yes, that's why it gets you guys hyped for the podcast.
Yes. Another question from Voodoo. If you could make a DLC for this game, what would you put in it?
I don't want to go on... I don't want to be the person who has, like, the really basic answer, but new levels.
That's exactly what I said.
Like, really?
That's exactly what I said.
Like, I mean, if it's DLC, it's practically new levels. I think what they did with New Super Luigi was pretty smart, because it wasn't just new levels, it was new actual details. There were specific details exclusive to that version. Like, there were cool, like, topiaries in World 1, or cabanas in World 3. I think that's what they did well for that. Also, there was the changed mechanics of having the higher jump but slower stop. There's also that, but I don't really care about that.
Just simply new levels. That's pretty much the only thing I could think of for DLC. I don't know what else you would possibly add. Just new levels, maybe new texture design for those levels.
I want to see basically the same thing, but DLC pack with a different character and different mechanics. So, like, say, a Peach pack with 80 levels again, but with Peach mechanics. And Peach.
Well, not 80. Wait, not 80 levels. I would expect
80 levels. Let's see. Have you lost?
I'd rather
your mind?
than have a world.
Well, I assume it's the same thing as New Super Luigi U, basically.
No. I think, well, if excluding that we ever knew about New Super Luigi U, I think it is a cool idea if they had entire worlds, like just a world with a character, so like Peach or Toad or Luigi or a new character with their exclusive mechanics that are specifically made for their levels. Like, you can't you can't change these mechanics outside of the game. But I like the idea of that. Perhaps we bring in some new characters with new physics, like Daisy, because she's never been playable in a platformer.
Yes.
I can't think of anybody else. The Mario series is pretty stale on main characters. We could have Wario, and he's heavier, but he can use his... What is that called? What's the thing from the shoulder bash?
Wario can use his bodaciousness.
Moving on.
Yes. Favorite world from Sashay2705.
Oh. My favorite world is anything that has the soda jungle. That freaking purple liquid thing. Even though I can't stand it, every time I fall into it, I lose and I die and I have to get game over and I have to do everything all over again. But, I do love the soda jungle just in terms of design. I think it's really creative.
I think I'd probably be one of the first, but now thinking about it, I think my favorite world is the water world. I really like sparkling waters.
Yeah.
That's actually... No, okay, everybody probably disagree. Both of you probably disagree with me, but for once, I think New Super Mario Bros. U actually had some unique concepts that were fun for a water world, because a water world is always swimming or pretty much swimming. I don't know what else. But for once they had, there was a Yoshi level where you had to go in geysers, and I thought that was a cool level. Or there was one with the dragon eels something grotto or whatever.
That reminded me of Yoshi's story.
See, there's good things to it. I think that world is really fun. So, and plus all the other worlds are lackluster. Even though I think actually World 1's pretty fun.
And on New Super Mario Bros. U, I love meringue clouds. Meringue clouds, that's what it's called, I think. Meringue?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is one of my favorites just because of the music. I love the music on the... What's it called?
The world map?
Yeah, world map, yeah.
Oh, speaking of that world, you know what level I can't stand? That one with the flying beetles, and it's entirely those beetles. That's the worst level in the game.
Hell no.
I remember
I hate that so much.
I was on that level for days. Like, actual days. That was the worst level.
Exactly right. You were stuck on it for days too?
It was terrible.
I didn't know what to do. Like, I would be, playing with my brother, I'm like, I really don't know what to do, because every time I went on the thing, I would just, after a while, I'd fall off and be like, I don't understand this. And they don't make it clear.
Oh, I understood it. I just didn't. It was really hard.
I didn't understand it.
It was not that hard.
I was on it for, I think, 2 days, and I just...
Well, I'm not sure I was stuck on it for days. Probably hours.
No, mine was days. I think it was a day, 3 hours trying, and then I beat it in, 30 minutes the next day. But still, that's 2 days.
Favorite world, Frosted Glacier. It's just so pretty.
That's actually a really nice one, too. It's at night for once.
Yeah,
oh, you mean the one with the
stars?
Stars?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, that is so juicy.
Somebody in the impaled Skype chat wanted to mention that. I don't remember who, but whoever it was, we mentioned it.
Great. Perfect.
Hooray.
And before we move on, Bowser498 says Superstar Road is his favorite. I don't know which game that's from.
I can't... That's World 9, the Secret World. I can't stand that one, because there are 2 of the ones I just can't do.
Alright, what's your favorite final boss battle from this new Super Mario Bros. Series? This is from Sashay2705.
I don't remember the final boss battles. I can remember 2's a little bit. U's was really fun, in my opinion, even though... I remember I actually was stuck on it. For once I was stuck on a boss battle. I didn't know what to do at first. But, I don't remember New Super Mario's Wii too well, and I definitely don't remember the original one.
Well, okay, so I remember Wii's. I don't remember DS and 3DS. The Wii one...
It was probably Giant Bowser.
Yeah, they're always Giant Bowser, but you basically have to go through the level while he's crashing through on the left side of the screen, and he's throwing fireballs.
Oh! That was boring. That was worse, but it was better than New Super Mario Bros. 2, I think, was exclusively, there's rising lava, and there's a whole bunch of platforms, and Bowser's rising the lava, and he's in the background, and he's, breathing fire down sometimes, and you just jump on the platforms.
Wait, were the Koopalings there, though? At some point?
No.
Oh.
Wait.
No, that's just the level.
They did something. They did something. I think they, made the lava rise or whatever.
Yeah, not too memorable.
As for me, New Super Mario Bros. DS is my favorite, I think, because it was Bowser Jr. and Bowser, I think.
Oh, they did that too?
I think it was
Dang
either
it.
that or Dry... No, it wasn't Dry Bowser, because Bowser...
Yes, it was. It was Dry
Bowser
Bowser.
Jr. put Dry Bowser in a machine. And
Oh,
he
this
revived him.
It,
That's what I
Oh,
thought,
well-
I swear.
No, I think you might be right, but the Bowser Jr. I don't think you fought him in the original. I think he
Yeah,
just
you did.
made him Dry Bowser.
Oh, I really don't know, but...
the final, I know that the final battle, it's Bowser Jr. and Bowser at the exact same time, and if there's something after that, I don't remember. But yeah, that does
Wait
happen.
for the
So
DS.
if you want to beat that boss battle really quickly, just use a Mega Mushroom. Bam.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not a secret. Everyone knows.
That's a secret.
It's 2000. That game came out in like 2006. All right, please. It ain't no damn secret.
That's like
That's
like
it's almost
people-
10 years. All right, so please don't give me no damn. Oh, it's a secret. It's no damn secret to everybody.
All
know what?
right. Was this your first DS game,
That's what
Mr.
you're
Sushi?
saying.
yes, I think it was.
Was this my wait? Which one?
the original? Was it the first DS game you ever played?
The first DS game I ever played? No, hell no.
Yeah.
I think it was
no.
my first.
My
Wait, no,
first
it couldn't have been.
DS game was Super Mario 64 DS, baby.
Wait, I think I don't remember when we got ours, but we got ours very close, at least, maybe on the day of the launch of the DS. So it had to be. I think it was Nintendogs. So never mind.
Didn't the DS came out in 2004?
To the
Yeah.
DS. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
did.
Hey, anniversary.
How has it been 10 years? Oh my gosh.
We
Yeah.
are getting old.
I'm getting. Yo, that's even gross for me. I'm not thinking about that.
Were you
know,
born
right?
then, Sol?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was a fetus.
Soul was born. He's 4.
That was a joke. I was 4.
He's gonna
I
be
think.
15 this
no,
year.
it's 5.
So he was born
Yeah.
in 1999.
99.
Yeah.
And I think I was 5, but I remember when we got it.
All right, but I got it like actually what's funny is that my brother got it and I would just play it
Ooh.
secretly and he gets so mad.
Oh,
I don't care.
You were that kid.
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't play it when he was around. It's just I was so stupid. I'm like, he's never gonna tell. But I have my own damn name. He's like, wait, how is there another name? And it has like 12 stars.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't know. I didn't
God.
touch it. That's so
What,
stupid.
and he fell for that? Did he ever
He fell for
like,
it the first time, but after that he
Oh,
didn't fall
okay.
for it. He was like, "Please,
Okay,
I'm
I
not
was like-
stupid. You were playing." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm like 9 years old." He's like, "Please."
I'm only 9 years. You were that person. I say
Actually, I was
again.
8 years old. I think I don't remember. It was 2004. No, it was late 2004, so I was 8.
Yeah.
Mario Kart DS. That was my first one. And then
Hell
we had
no.
Princess Peach before this one.
Super
so.
Princess
That game
Peach
was
is one of
good.
my favorite DS games.
That game's really good.
That game's more interesting than this series. Ah.
Yes, it is. I really wish
I want more Super
personally,
Princess
I would
Peaches.
Yeah, I think they should revitalize that game. That was revitalize. Wow, revive that game. It was a really fun game.
Alright, this is from Mr. Sushi. Do you like the addition of Nabbit as a playable character, replacing Mario in New Super Luigi U, or would you have liked a different character, and who would that different character be? I'm going to answer this first, because
I'm gonna answer. Oh,
this is... I hated this, because it...
I love Nabbit just because it's really.
I love
easy
his
to
bunny
be
ears.
cheap in him.
I hate it because it's so lazy. They didn't even work on this character. They just took Nabbit from the original game and threw him in New Super Luigi U, and the only reason he has invincibility is because that's how he was programmed in that game. He can't get
Wait, really?
hit by anything.
I know he can't get hit, but I didn't really put that together. Like, oh god, they really. But I like him just because it's really easy to be cheap with him, so it's fun like that. Like, oh, I can be annoying in this game. I can break the game and not get hit by practically anything. I think you can be crushed, but that's it.
I just want to know what type of creature Nabbit is. Like,
he's his own species.
I want to know.
It's
But what type of species? I want to know what is he.
I think he's a Nabbit. I think that's his
And
species.
that's what's called, and I really hope that they say something about, like, oh, this species is called Nabbits.
They don't. Why would they say this species? Like, they're out of the blue. They're just gonna say this species is.
Okay,
called
well, we have the
Nabbit.
Yoshis. We have Yoshi. We have Toad. All right, we have so many different. We have so many of them. So why don't they say what it is? Is it an it or is it a he?
I think it's a he. And by the way, Yoshi and Toad are both named after their species, so I think he's just another one of those.
Sol, expert on nabbits.
Wow, I can't even think of... I'm done. I can't even think of the word for an animal scientist. That's terrible.
Bowser498 says he does like it. Gives it a new perspective of the game.
Oh, nabbit.
Yes. And then...
I was like, what are you talking about?
Same person, Bowser. What do you think the next... What do you think the next Mario Bros. Game will be called? And here are just some examples. Raffle Rib says New Super Mario Bros. 3. Impadude says... Oh my goodness. New Super... Holy crap, we've still lasted 5 games and they suck for the most part, bros.
Yes!
Wow. Dreamy
yes.
Luigi says New Super Duper Mario Bros. And Burson McPherson says Ultra New Super Mario Bros.
I like New Super Duper Mario Brothers. I think that's a cool name.
Yeah, I think they'll keep the new, but they really need to drop that because it's not new. Stop.
If you actually paid attention, you would know that the series is called New Super Mario Bros. Because it's a new version of the old Super Mario Bros. Series, so in your face with Mace.
Yeah, God, Z.
Well, do you have a name? Because we are gonna move on.
New Super Mario Bros. That's what it's called, and that's what it's gonna stay as.
New Super Mario. They dropped the bros because Mario kicked them out. They weren't paying their rent.
Okay. Bowser498 again asks, do you like to play alone or with friends?
Alone. I don't think I've ever played. I don't think I've ever played a 2D platformer. Wait. Last time I played a 2D platforming Mario was. Staryu, do you remember that really big blizzard that hit New York? Was that 2 years ago?
Actually, I think that 2012 or early 2013.
It was around that time because, long story short, we were snowed in on the road. We were still driving, but it was crazy freezing, and it was driving. And I remember we went to our aunt's house because we were visiting her, and it took forever to get there. And we played it with my cousins, and that's the last time I ever played a 2D platformer with multiplayer.
I prefer to play with friends, but it is so hard to collect all of this stuff because every time I'm like, yo, wait, stop, we gotta get this. Like, oh, I don't care what you say.
Why would you do?
Because they don't care what I say.
Terrible.
They just ignore what I say.
Yeah, why would you do that?
And they do
that's
the same
terrible.
thing every time I play with them. They do the same thing on Super Mario Bros. 3D World 2. They're like, oh, I don't care. I'm like, I care. I care. And they just.
Well, I don't play the levels. I don't play the game like story mode. I'm not unlocking them with them. If I ever played it, the level's already unlocked.
It just drives me crazy, alright? But I do prefer to play with friends. It is more fun than just playing by yourself. Because if I play by myself, I'd be like, after 2 or 3 levels, just close the game. I'm done.
It's too chaotic with more people, though. You're just playing different games at that point.
I don't even think... I mean, New Super Mario, whatever... Wow, not even calling it right. Super Mario 3D World... I think it had better cooperative play, but even still, I don't think it was that much better, because people still went off the screen.
Yeah, I can't play that game. Maybe with 2 people, I haven't tried it, but...
2 people, it works well. Anything more is just, no.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, why am I even trying?
Why? Yeah, exactly. Why am I even playing this? It's not working.
Okay. Bowser498 says...
Girl, you busy.
Oh, oops, he didn't say anything. Game Guy 5, he asks, which game in the series do you consider the hardest? And Bowser498 says that it was DS, and Dreamy Luigi agrees.
I think I don't remember. See, I don't remember much about DS because I only remember that game through how it looks, not really how it played. So I can't. I feel like it was, but once again, I was the youngest when I played that game, and I don't think I've ever played it since. So. I don't know. I would say that New Super... I'm terrible at platformers, by the way. I'm not really all that good. So I would say New Super Mario Bros. Wii is probably the hardest of the 3 I can remember. Because New Super Mario Bros. U was pretty easy. New Super Mario Bros. 2, anything that's on a handheld platformer, I'm pretty good at. But the console ones are not, so...
Okay, I remember you being I was going to say... Okay, New Super Luigi U is obviously the hardest.
Hard, yeah.
because it was made for that. And then after that, it's a tie for me between DS and U. I remember U being pretty challenging.
I just can't remember DS. Like, now it's killing me.
I just remember struggling so hard to find everything. And I remember just the being able to save was such a blessing when you finally got to that point. And I don't feel that way
I remember
anymore.
that. I remember that. That was terrible.
The hardest one, which one is it? Oh god, which one is it? I think New Super Mario Brothers U, just because I didn't really care that much, so it was the hardest one for me. With New Super Mario Brothers DS, wait, hold on, let me rephrase that, because that didn't even make sense, like, oh, I don't care, so no. It was just, like, it was difficult to the point where I just didn't care to do it, that's what I mean. It was like, it wasn't like the most difficult thing in the world, it's just, it was just so, like, tedious to find all this stuff, because sometimes some things were hidden really well. So I was like, whatever, you know. But I think, did I complete? No, I missed a lot of star coins. Now I'm thinking of Super Mario 3D World where I got all of them, but I missed a lot on New Super Mario Bros. U. So I'd say that's the hardest for me, because the DS one, it wasn't really super difficult. I remember, like, a lot of things were pretty much basic, like, oh, you have to go through here, like, go check the walls or whatever. It was pretty basic. But fun.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you how much I definitely did not collect all of them, because once I was like 6. But I remember actually sneaking. Now thinking about it, because Staryu's story about him using a file, it reminds me of my story. Except I don't think I ever beat my file. My older brother beat the game, and I think he beat it twice, and he got the mini mushroom or the blue mushroom house. So I remember just using his file because I didn't like I remember for basically like after I got through maybe like the 4th world, I don't know how long it was. I just got bored with it, so I went on his I almost called it account, his file, and I just played on that one level with the ice slides and then the blue shelves, just a bunch of ice slides, and it was like 5-3 I think, and it was a blue shell, and you could use a whole bunch of ice slides, and I just love that level, sliding down the ice hill slides. But I agree with you, Staryu.
All right, last question. Oh, there's a few more questions actually. Which enemy from any game in the series do you consider the most annoying? This is from Game Guy 5. Bowser498 says spike balls because they're hard to dodge.
What? Dodge.
Dodge. He said dodge.
It didn't sound like dodge.
What do you think I said?
I don't know. It just sounded like you said like some type of j for the first syllable instead of duh.
Like drudge?
Yeah, it sounded like that. I don't know.
Okay, anyway. Most annoying enemy.
The urchin. That freaking urchin crap. Whoever that is. That's what it's called. The urchin. Spiked ball creature from the sea. Fish of the sea.
I think bloopers are worse.
Oh, no. The blooper with the freaking nanny is the most annoying crap in the world.
What game is that? Like, what game is that? New Super Mario Bros. Wii? Or was that in U?
U. Definitely not in Wii.
Oh, gosh. I don't remember it, but I can't think of a hard... I actually, like, there are harder ones, but I can't think of the hardest one. I really don't know. The spikes, like the enemies with the log spike thingies. The ones that they spit out and it would be like longer and it would just be a spike ball and it'd come crashing down, and I never liked that. I don't remember which game that's in though. But I don't like those.
I think the Hammer Bros, or just the bros in general, are kind of annoying. I'm trying to remember all the enemies. They're just kind of just bunched up. I don't know. But yeah, those are all our questions for everyone. Now we have just some individual questions. We only have one for everyone. From Impadude. Toadette isn't here, but she was gonna Impadude was going to ask Toadette, if Toadette was playable, how much would you pay for the game? So I guess we can guess, how much do you think she would pay for the game? If Toadette
Actually, I know Toadette, and Toadette would not say, I'd pay anything, because she does not like to spend a whole bunch of money. But I imagine she'd say something along the lines of, like, $80.
Whoa.
She'd spend as much as she could. Put it to you that way.
She would not spend like $400, mind you. She'd find a way to ROM hack it if that were the case, even though her computer can't support it. But it's not like she's gonna say some crazy amount and make you all laugh.
And then we have a question for Dark Boo, but he's not here. How many times have you rage quitted New Super Mario Brothers U? I guess we can guess how many.
He doesn't have the game.
Do you think we would? How many do you think he would rage quit?
Actually, I know Boo, and first of all, he would not have a challenge for the game. I love how I said, I know Boo, and then I said, yeah. But Boo would not rage quit from the game, mind you. That's all I have to say, because I don't...
Oh, please. You think Dark Boo wouldn't rage quit? Have you lost your mind? Do you know who Dark Boo is?
I know who he is.
I've known Dark Boo for 4 years, and I guarantee you Dark Boo would rage quit. He would rage quit so freaking hard. All right,
But he wouldn't rage quit because it's not that hard.
He would
it
rage
gets
quit.
difficult.
All right,
please.
he would rage quit. If something happened to him and he got really pissed off, he would rage quit.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Staryu. So, question
boat.
for me. Yes, same boat.
What's the question?
Are you the best out of the 5 when it comes to New Super Mario Brothers? And I think we all know the answer is yes, so we can quickly move on.
Hell nah, no you ain't.
I can't. Well, I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I don't watch him play.
Yeah, but I at least collect everything. You guys don't collect anything.
I collect everything.
Please,
now.
okay, you act like you're all that just because you're older, please.
Shade.
And it's also true. So, do you think these games are creative anymore? I think we just talked about that for the entire podcast.
Not really, sorry.
And Staryu, which game is the best and which is the worst?
The best and the worst. I think I said this already. But if I didn't, then I apologize. The best for me anyway is New Super Mario Brothers DS. The worst is New Super Mario Brothers Wii. That's pretty much how I rank it. And in between is like 2. Then in third place is like U.
Alright, thank you everybody for sending in those questions. That was really awesome. We might limit it to 1 question per person because...
Dear Lord, that was a lot of questions.
That's a lot of questions.
But I like when you guys send questions, so make sure you always send
questions. Was nice. Yeah. It was a lot.
Yes. And moving on to news and community. Nintendo 3DS eShop, Wario category, Smash Brothers is listed here.
And then they removed it in the update.
Big sexy Wario.
Yeah, and the update, I think the update was literally for that. They said stability issues, but I looked a little bit into it, and it didn't seem like they actually added anything. I think it was just to remove that.
Why is it like a secret? Why is this like a secret? Wario's going to be in the game. We know because the WarioWare series is in the game. Obviously, they're not going to have WarioWare without Wario. So
because Nintendo likes to keep it secret. They like to keep their game. I know it's not. But Nintendo doesn't like to leak anything about their games, and even if we all know it, they just don't. Especially a game like Smash Brothers, their biggest thing. They're trying to be the bigger man and try to like mature up for the game. But like, yeah, I agree. We all know he's going to be in it. He's the only character so far. Like, not even Mr. Game & Watch doesn't have much evidence that Wario's going to be in the game compared to Wario, because he has what's it called? He has 2 assist trophies from his series in the game, Ashley and Waluigi. So
and we know Lucas might return because I see a Franklin badge, and I think Franklin badge is from...
Franklin wasn't the Franklin badge in Melee, and Lucas wasn't in there.
Franklin badge was not in Melee. What the heck?
I don't. Okay. First of all, I have not played Melee. I played a little bit like a couple months ago. Other than that, I haven't played that game since 2005.
Oh.
Wait,
you were like freaking 6 years old. Okay, you don't even remember.
Yeah, I was 6 years old.
Oh my god, you know.
No,
you don't know how much I played Super Smash Bros. Melee, like, throughout, like, literally when it first came out to, like, 2008. Like, I would just play that game so much. That was my game. And I just can't play it anymore. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen once the Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U come out. I won't be able to play ball anymore.
I can't. Oh, yeah. Of course. Really, to me, that's a no-brainer. If it's a new thing, a new addition to the series, I really can't go back, because they always add something new. And for once, this Smash Brothers is shaping up quite nicely, and I really want to play the 3DS version. Even though Okay, a lot of people, speaking of Smash Bros. CS, a lot of people have been, like, saying bad things about the controls, and while I never got to play it, I think I'm more accustomed to portable devices, and I think, if I remember correctly, L is grab and R is shield, I would switch those, but other than that, everything else seems pretty much fine. It's A to jump, B to special, and then you have the circle pad to do whatever you want. The only... I think the C-stick technically works as the D-pad. Like, the D-pad works as a C-stick. So, I personally, for a transfer over from a console to a portable, it works very well.
I will say, since I did actually try it, it's really hard to get used to at first. I got used to it a little bit more, but not fully. And that's just probably because I needed more time to play it. But it takes time, and it's weird at first, so we'll see if controls will actually work, at least for me. But really quick, going back to that Wario thing, this is news because there's people who think Ness won't come back, there's people who think... Oh, who's left? There's people who think certain characters will not be back,
okay.
that will be back. So
there is an entire...
It's not surprising that I
was going to say fan base or community, but there are so many people against that Falco is going to return, and they say Wolf is going to do it.
Why is everyone always against Falco? This happened back in Smash Bros. Days. Back in, like, freaking 2006 through 2007. Like, everyone would be like, oh, I don't want Falco to return. He's trash. I don't like him. I'm like, what the heck? Why?
Well, the reason why people say Falco's not going to be in the game is because he's a clone... And I'm sorry, he's a clone, and so, he's a clone, therefore he's going to be taken out. First of all, he's a semi-clone, because they changed him in Brawl. For the better, even though he's slower, he is, for the better, at least, not so much a clone of Fox. Wolf, I can understand. I actually do like, out of the three, I love Falco a lot, but I think I said in an older podcast that I've been getting used to Wolf. I really like how he plays. So, I kind of understand, but it's Fox and Falco. That's how it's always worked since Melee. Wolf is a Brawl character, and he's not really so much favored compared to the other two.
Yeah, okay. We actually have a little bit more on Smash Brothers. This week we got the Smash Bros.
Yes.
The Star Fox stage, just a view of it. We don't really know how exactly it works.
What?
We got another shot of the, I hate saying this name, Tomodachi Life stage, and the
Tomodachi,
which actually looks really fun. That stage looks so cool. You get to get your Mii's
in the game. They could be your Mii. If you have Tomodachi Life data on your 3DS, you get to have them on the freaking. They'll appear in the background of the stage, like in the background of each room. That's so cool.
Can I just say something about at least the 3DS version? I don't think the Wii version has done it yet, but I love how they're basically treating the Mii fighters like an actual like character. It's not like some bonus thing. Like in Mario Kart Wii, there's no Mii course, but in this game there are two Mii stages, and Tomodachi Life and the Find Mii stage. Both of them are they're Mii games. There's no other characters inside of them, so I'm glad that they're doing something like this. Also, yes, I love that stage. It's like Luigi's Mansion without the annoying collapsing.
And characters mean so much more in the Smash Brothers series than Mario Kart, so it makes sense.
You know what character I realized that hasn't been kind of been confirmed, but nobody's ever talked about really? The Ice Climbers. We know they're returning, but I realized that we haven't seen them yet.
Didn't Sakurai say that he was having trouble with the Ice Climbers?
He said I'm having trouble with characters like the Ice Climbers that use two models, which, by the way, I think Rosalina and Luma was counted into that, but that's why I said pretty much the Ice Climbers have been confirmed already, but I've realized that nobody's really been talking about them. Like, where are they?
Yeah, the thing people forget is that this game comes out in Japan in 2 months. We get it in 3 months, so everything we'll know everything in 2 months.
I want to see the new. I want to see the entire
game
cast.
I'm so sick of freaking waiting.
Me too.
I feel like Sol complaining like this, but I'm just like, I want the game.
Summer, like, where's the summer release? My older brother was like, wait, I thought it was supposed to come out in summer. I'm like, yeah, apparently October is summer in Japan.
One more thing on Smash Brothers. this weekend, so currently, like right now, they are doing Smash Brothers tournaments and Smash Brothers footage. And yeah, has anyone watched that? Has anyone seen
Nope. I think I went on that live stream for about 5 seconds, which
Me for about 10 minutes, and that's it.
I didn't. I was actually going to watch it, but then I found out. First of all, it was 7 hours long the first day, and I was bored out of my mind.
Well,
it looked cool. Okay, the Smash Brothers footage was cool, but first of all, the 3DS footage they did. I don't know what they were using to capture it. It looked pretty bad, and I was just so bored with it.
Okay, no. The capture footage was really nice, and you can actually watch it in 60 frames per second, so it was really smooth.
I cannot tell the difference between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second.
Then your eyes are crazy, because it's really easy to tell. Anyway, well, you had to change the setting. That's just what you had to do.
I don't know. I don't do this. Okay, I quote of the day. I'm lazy. I don't do this.
No, okay, quote of the day, quoting Dark Boo from earlier today. Simple things, and people don't want to do them.
Whatever. You know what? Do what you're... What's the next piece of news?
Anyway, yes.
Don't make
Hyrule
me bring
Warriors.
Dark Boo into this call and tell you off, Sol.
We will do it. I want it, please.
Oh my god.
Hyrule Warriors, a bunch of Ocarina of Time updates. So, 3 characters.
Sheik.
Yes.
Sheik, Darunia, and Ruto.
Yes. Oh, playable.
Let's talk about Sheik's design.
Okay, me and Staryu, I'm gonna introduce what your argument.
Okay, go ahead.
Me and Staryu both have conflicting ideas, and it's not like we're arguing over it, but we just both have conflicting opinions on the new Sheik design.
Yeah.
I love it, he doesn't.
It's not like I think like, oh, Sheik is horrible or anything like that, or anything like that, sorry. But it's just like, to me, Sheik looks more and more feminine, and Sheik is not exactly the girly girl that people try to make her seem like. She's not a girly girl, all right? Yes, Sheik. Okay, I know, Ari, we're gonna get people in the comments being like, "Well, actually, Sheik's a boy," and all this other jazz. Which I'm not in here to get into an argument.
Which, by the way, Sheik is treated as a girl in this game, so
yeah, Sheik
they're wrong.
Is Zelda, and even if Sheik's persona is pretending to be a guy, which I can see, it's still a girl underneath. So I'm not gonna confuse myself, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, the hair looks really girly to me, and I'm not saying like, oh, Sheik's bad or the design is horrible.
What's the difference? What's the difference between the hair?
It's just the hair. The top part of it looks girly. It's like a giant, not giant. It's just like, I wish I could explain it to you, but you just have to.
I'm looking at the Brawl artwork for Sheik, and the hair is the only thing that's different about the hair, which is actually probably more masculine, if you will, is that more of the braid is tied up with like a weird little white ribbon.
It's less braided, and it shows more of her natural hair, which to me looks too girly.
Well, it shows like less hair, so it would be less girly, right?
Well, that's why it's less girly to me on Brawl and the latest design for Smash.
No, this one shows less hair.
Well,
the Hyrule Warriors one shows less hair.
Well, not in the back. That's the whole thing I mean.
I'm gonna show Staryu a artwork of Sheik comparatively. There's no hair like peeking out between the ribbons, but here I'm gonna have to find a model for Brawl. But we'll do this later. But I'll show Staryu what I'm trying to tell him. Anyway, continue. Princess Ruto and Darunia were also confirmed.
Sure, I want to go back to that Sheik thing. Because I feel like Impa, that character, is kind of taking that role almost, and I feel like you do keep it. I mean, they're different characters and all, and they have different reasons for being those characters, but if Sheik was to go down a more, let's just say, girly, quote unquote girly like direction, that would make a little more sense, since we already have Impa, who kind of already has that, like,
she has knives.
Serious.
She has giant knives on her thighs.
Okay?
That's not girl. I'm saying it's not. I think she looks way better in this.
I'm just saying the back part of her hair. If you go in the back view, you see more hair is shown. It's not exactly masculine. That's just what I think. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not a bad design at all. I hope that everyone who's listening to this, you don't get the impression of saying, "Oh, it's bad. I hate the game." I love Sheik. All right, Sheik is one of my favorite Zelda characters. I love
Yes.
Sheik to pieces. Alright, I'm just saying, though, that the back part of the hair isn't really masculine to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's not masculine to me. It makes her look more girly, which Sheik isn't really a girly person. That's all I'm saying. That's it. And if you disagree, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. I'm just saying, I just wanted to make that clear because I don't want people thinking like I'm hating on this game or anything, because I've seen lots of debates and stuff of people going on and saying, oh, well, I'm not going to buy the game anymore because Sheik looks horrible, which is so stupid to
People
me.
have said that?
People have said that on the...
What?
I'm not going to say
I thought
where,
this game
but
looks-
it's... You can look it up and find Sheik debates all over about Hyrule Warriors.
This game is. I think. I don't think I'll have the money for it, but I love Hyrule Warriors. I don't. Personally, for once, like for a Zelda, even though it's not really a Zelda game, for a Zelda game, I don't have any complaints, and I haven't even played it yet. Like I don't like Zelda games because I just get bored with them really easily. Even the Link Between Worlds, I just couldn't play it to its extent. But I love for once it has the Zelda charm, which I love about it. Like, it has the characters, and I love the Zelda characters. It has the Zelda universe, which I love the universe. I just don't like the gameplay, and it's a gameplay that I can enjoy. Like, a combo beat-em-up game that's not insanely focused on gore. So, that's why I really like the game so far. And I don't know what these people are saying, why they're arguing that they don't like Sheik, because I think Sheik looks so cool.
Yes, two Sheikas.
Oh my gosh. She's too chic. Like, CHIC.
Okay. Last bit of news, Mario Kart 8 Community Night last week, and today we're doing Mario Kart 7. It actually started like an hour ago. Whoops.
Yeah, because we're doing this later.
Yeah. So, that's
And we
happening.
didn't play. I gotta go join the community night. Oh, but I'm too lazy.
I'm not playing it. Like,
I'm only gonna play on my gamepad because really, I don't feel like bringing the TV out. But
We're doing
Same.
7 today.
no, I'm playing.
we
8.
can still play it.
I don't
Oh,
wanna
you
play-
guys... I'm so sick of Mario Kart 8. I just need something new if I want to keep
I do
playing.
need something new too, but like, what? I'm
not gonna go backwards and play 7.
Seven. Even before Mario Kart 8, I was like, so, this is kind of boring. I don't like 7 as much as I do 8.
Have fun, I see.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
only
not-
gonna
well,
play
I'm not
for a
playing
little
8.
bit, so.
I'm not playing 8 at all. I'm gonna be finishing packing.
I'm gonna
and
play 8.
watching TV.
And before we all head out, what have you been doing this last week?
Nothing. I've been
Sol's
watching
done.
Glee.
Oh.
I've been watching Glee.
I have got my Popeyes. All right, I have to go into a whole little story, but I really don't feel like. Okay, I can say it really quickly, but I'm not gonna say a lot of it. Okay, so me and my mom went to Popeyes. All right, you know, all whatever the case is, we got all this food. All right, I got my food. All right, she's getting her food, and for the whole family. And my brother. Okay, the 3-piece meal, the 3-piece combo is breast, thigh, drumstick. That's what it is. All right, but the girl, she put in a breast, a thigh, and a leg. All right, so my mom went up there nicely. She's like, it has a leg in here. It was supposed to be what's it called, a drumstick, right? She's like, oh yeah, sorry. So then she repacks something else and puts it in there. And my mom checks again, and it's not a freaking drumstick. It's a thigh. I'm like, then she goes up there again. I was like, isn't it supposed to be a drumstick? That's what you said the meal was. And then some other girl came around. She's like, oh yeah, and she's like, because the other girl put the freaking wrong thing in there twice. I'm like, are you kidding me? You made a mistake to begin with, alright, and then you make another mistake again? It's ridiculous.
It's just a mess.
And
It's just chicken.
It's just chicken, but...
First of all, I've never been to Popeyes.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Oh. Well, first of all, I've never been to Popeyes, so I can continue.
Yeah, me neither.
I think if
It was she put another wing in there, not a leg. If
Oh.
she put another wing in there,
Whatever.
and after that she put another drumstick, it's not another thigh. But it was a mistake regardless. So it's really ridiculous that it's not like something to like just be like, oh, whatever
What?
about. But it's ridiculous that you don't know how to do your job. Really, a mistake once. No, come on. All right, no. All right, a mistake once, that's different. You don't get mad about that. My mom didn't get mad. All right, but the second time, literally, really, if I tell you give me a hamburger and you give me a cheeseburger, I'm like, no, give me something else. I want a hamburger. I don't want a cheeseburger. And then you come back and you give me a double cheeseburger. I said a hamburger. I didn't say a cheeseburger. You get the point? It's not
She
being
was
rude. It's
having
not my
a
mom.
bad day.
My mom was not rude to her. All right, she didn't say anything mean. All right, she was just like, come on, I this is what I wanted, and you gave something else. Anyone would have that reaction.
Okay.
I see. You're just too soft. That's why you wouldn't say anything.
It's not a big deal.
as-
Maybe if
It
it was
is
like
a-
it was money, and I said, "Here, can I get change for this 100?" and she gives me $10.
But how
then,
did
yeah.
I make it? But wait, did I say it was a big deal?
Well,
You're expressing it. Like
I'm
one.
expressing it a little
Very
bit more
strongly.
rambunctious. I'm expressing it strongly because it's a stupid mistake. All right, it's a mistake not once, twice. All right, you cannot tell me you wouldn't be like, okay, you made a mistake again, going up there, looking, trying to get your right food, and then having that happen. It's ridiculous.
I guess.
As for me,
But anyway, other than that, not much else has been happening.
holler at
what else?
Popeyes.
Really? It's been hot as hell. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been hot as hell. So.
Okay. So as for me, I already said I think I was watching. I've been on a really bad TV kick lately, and I found out I'm that person who will literally nonstop watch a show until it's over, like online or on TV if I have it. I would just keep watching it, and I won't stop. I watched How I Met Your Mother is 3 days and 2 hours long, every episode put together, and I watched the entire series in I think a week and a half, and that's bad. And I'm almost done with Glee so far, and it's 3 days and 6 hours, and I started watching I think last Friday. And it's Saturday, so I've done that. That's bad. I was like, oh my god. I saw that it was on Tumblr, and that's where I got the measurements. And I saw I was like, wait, I'm almost done with. I finished one of these, and I'm almost done with this other one. Like that's bad. I'm watching that. I'm also this summer. I've been what?
Korra. Have you been watching Korra?
Yes. Speaking of Korra, The Legend of Korra takes about 13 hours to watch. Anyway, I didn't see the latest episode that one was on. Wait,
Yesterday?
Yes,
Shame.
I didn't watch it. I always watch mine online. Sorry, I just don't. I'm always busy. Like I'm either working on something because I keep myself busy, or I'm doing something else. I always miss it, so I just watch it later. But I haven't watched it yet. But
it's gonna be online now.
It is online.
So
anyway. I'm not going to be here next week. Sorry, podcast. The crew already knows. Sorry, podcast fans, because I'm going to be gone on a vacation. And then a week after, not the week after that, but the week after that, so in 3 weeks or so, I'm also going to be gone that podcast because I'm going on another trip with just my mother. And we're going to be going to a place we've been wanting to go forever. I'm not going to say what, because I'm going to talk about it after that, because I don't know really what goes on there. But I haven't been doing much. I'm just packing and planning, and that's it. Oh, my older brother's leaving for college, if that's any thing. And the best part is, we're going on vacation. We were leaving, and basically the reason why it works out so well, why we have it, both of our vacations are working around it. Actually, no, I can mention the second trip. Sorry, I'm rambling, but. This trip my older brother's going to, basically we're all going, and then he's bringing all of his stuff, and he's staying there, and we're going back. He's unpacking, and we're leaving. And then also, I can mention this, because I really want to mention this, and if I mention this, that means you guys know what I'm doing. So, I'm going to Washington, D.C. in 3 weeks, and that's going to be going for the Pokemon Symphony. I'm going to be one of the 800,000 people or so. Wait, is it that much? I think it's 80,000. And I just way overestimated. But I'm going to be going there, and it's going to be very exciting. And my mom doesn't care, but she's going anyway. I'm sitting there, and I'm very excited because I've never been to one of these. And I remember I didn't go, but it was a huge deal when they had the Symphony of the Goddesses. And that's all I have to say. SZ, what have you been doing?
Wait, quickly. Sol, are you happy or sad that your brother's leaving?
Actually, okay, and it's going to sound mean, but it's kind of bad that he's leaving, but I get, like, he is the root of a lot of problems in this house, either personal or just the entire family, and he's not, like, a bad person, it's how it works, and I'm hoping I'm not going to be that person. My sister, when she left, I was really sad, but I don't think I've bonded with my brother as much. It's here.
Yeah, older
brothers.
Older brothers are annoying.
I don't have 2 more weeks, he's leaving, I have a week with him, but he's leaving Friday.
Brother and sister bond, brother and brother bond is different than brother and sister bond. It's just different.
Yeah. Well, then again, I think my little brother and my older brother get along closely, and I just do with my sister.
I get along with my brothers. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about them. They're not bad or anything. I'm just saying, like, we have a different relationship. Like, it's mostly just butting heads all the time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But that could be in a good way.
No, it's not.
That's
SC likes getting confrontational. That's why he's always confrontational with us.
Yeah, he's always trying to start
I'm
something.
not.
Actually, there are people
That is
that
not true.
me and Staryu talk to, and I'm not sure if he knows what I'm talking about, but there are people who like to start things a lot, and SC's actually not one of them. So,
to an extent, yeah.
to an extent, but I wouldn't say.
If no. I don't start things, but if someone brings something up, I will
yeah.
continue it.
Well,
So.
you continue it, but I'll finish it.
Really,
Ooh,
really, that's terrible.
yes.
Oh, we're starting this now. All
No,
right.
we're not. We're doing that after the podcast.
That was perfect.
Not this again.
That was terrible. By the way, that was the worst comeback.
Sol starts it, SC continues it, I finish it.
Really.
Boom. All right, let's finish the pod. Oh wait, no. SC has to do. What have you been doing?
Essie, what have you been doing?
Nothing.
One thing.
I love that.
We
I don't know
almost
why, but
finished
he does
without
that. It's
these.
so funny.
Anyway, I'll just say one thing. I started playing Metroid Fusion finally,
Oh, yes.
which
I think we
is
were-
really awesome.
Yes!
It's basically Super Metroid 2.0,
yes.
and that's a really good.
Don't imitate me.
What was that?
You know what? I'm gonna cry.
It's basically Super Metroid 2.0, which is great.
Except it's a bit easier, which I
It's
like.
easier, yeah. I had to look up one thing. It was when you're... Oh, because I'm not done. I'm almost done. I'm fighting the Bot X the second time. And I think there's like 3 more parts to go. I'm not sure, but it's really close to the end. The only time I had to look something up was when you find the animal buddies, or whatever they're called, the little animals.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm at a blank for what they're called.
Yeah, you're supposed to go there and check for like life or something, and you find them, and then you don't know where to go. And there's like this hidden crack in the wall that you don't even bomb; you just jump through it. And I didn't know that.
I don't
had to
think
look
I
that
ever
up.
finished that game, so...
And then one more thing, Nightmare. That boss was
Oh,
hard.
God.
I kept dying and dying and dying. Luckily, I'm doing some IGN stuff again for the crew beta, and it takes like 2 minutes to load each time to turn it on. So I would play that Nightmare every single time I would turn it on and off. And I did it at least like 20, 30 times. It sucked.
I don't remember having that much trouble on Nightmare.
Nightmare is ridiculous if you don't know what to do.
Yes.
If you don't know what to do, then you're gonna really have a lot of trouble. But if you get to his weak points, then you'll know what to do, and it's not that hard.
Even then, when you knew what to do, it was still hard. I learned later
if you know
that
how
can,
to avoid him, then it's not that hard.
yeah, but it's hard avoiding him. It is.
Nightmare is Nightmare is one of the hardest bosses in Metroid Fusion. Right?
Yeah, so that's basically all I've been doing, unless I can remember anything. Ending information.
Yay!
Yes, it is right here.
Oh, don't mess
You
up!
can-
Don't mess up! Don't mess up!
Don't bring me.
You can subscribe to us and rate us on iTunes, which also means you can enter our giveaway. So please do that right now.
Please do it,
TheLostLevels.myprivacy.com.
Please do it because this game, it's a new Super Smash Bros. And you can get it for free.
Yes. You can check out Mario Party Legacy at MarioPartyLegacy.com and The Lost Levels at TheLostLevels.MarioPartyLegacy.com. You can find me, SuperZambezi, everywhere. Nintendo Network, Twitter, YouTube. And then, yeah, you can find Staryu somewhere. Doesn't really matter.
SpiderStaryu everywhere.
Excuse me, I do my own ending information.
I do my
first off.
ending information too. God.
SC, you are the trash of the earth for saying that. All right, I don't know who
The
you think
trash
you
of
are,
the
but you
earth.
best get over that. All right,
Trash
no,
of the earth.
you trash of the earth. Yes. All right, let's get into this. You can first off, SC stole part of my freaking catchphrase, which is bullcrap. You can follow me through the ends of the earth, across the frozen sea. You can follow me everywhere. All right, I'm SpiderStaryu. on YouTube. I make juicy videos.
Holler.
You can follow me on Twitter. I am at SpiderStaryu. Oh wait, no. People might get confused. At SpiderStaryu. Tumblr, Facebook, Nintendo Network, SpiderStaryu. Follow me all throughout your day, and again, Essie, stop
really,
it right
Essie?
now! I swear, I really
Essie?
swear, I'm about to leave this podcast and never return if you keep that up. And is that it? Wait, I just want to say thank you all so much for commenting on my videos and stuff. Wow, what the hell? Was I speaking like German or something? It really brightens up my day to know that you guys care about my videos and stuff. So for those who have commented and stuff, thank you so much.
Reason.
And thank you so much. That's all I'm gonna say.
As for me, no,
no.
you can wait your turn. As for me, you can find me on Twitter at AbsolPowers. You can follow my website for news and whatever, NintendoSpot.com. Wow, I almost forgot that. And my Tumblr, which I did not change the URL for, Greninja. It's a Y instead of a J.
I wanted to quickly mention that Staryu is doing a Paper Mario series where he narrates the voices, and it's pretty good, so you should go check it out.
There's actual...
Oh, are you saying that sarcastically again?
Wait, no, is there actual, like... Because I've been watching Timmy's videos, and I like Timmy's videos, but I don't like that he never has his voice on there, because it's just footage. But, so I for some reason, I've been in that, like, rut where I'm like, why do all these videos have voice in them? And I don't know why, because I've watched Let's Plays before, so I'll go watch that. Yeah,
it's more fun when people talk.
I'll be watching it, so my fellow community members watch it too.
Oh.
I was being nice, because it's good.
So one minute you're throwing shade, and the next minute you're just nice?
Well, I can acknowledge when something's good.
Well,
just make sure to check out my stuff first, then you can go
I
check
felt
out.
that shade, and I felt it real good.
Okay, well, I was being serious. You should check it out.
No, I mean, never mind.
Yeah, thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you.
Yeah, we will see you next week.
Love you.
Bye, guys.